Hello beautiful people, here is a review of the South African and British service SPAAG introduced in the River Hunt update. It's the BR 4.3,
Ystervark. Ystervark.
yeah, that thing. Hope you enjoy. As with more or less all nations, there are hits and misses when it comes to anti-aircraft vehicles. Britain has had a large gap from 4.3 to 8.0, with only one vehicle which was pretty bad and rarely used in the first place. The vehicle is the Crusader Mk I, equipped with a good, but hard to learn 40mm bore force gun. The vehicle has little ammo and pretty bad turret rotation. With the River Hunt update, the Crusader Mk I has been reduced in battle rating to 3.7. At 3.7, it shares a battle rating with the much more potent Crusader Mk II. In its place at battle rating 4.3, we now have this, the South African thingamabob. Let's look at some of the pros and cons for the contraption. Some of the pros: gun. The gun used on the monster truck, although not named the same, is the same 20mm gun used on the either loved or hated Italian R3. It is a very rapid firing cannon with 996 rounds per minute. The gun can use HE and AP ammunition. The explosive shell has the usual minimal armor pen, and the AP shell can penetrate 57mm of armor at 10 meters and 37mm at 500 meters. So you can tell the armor pen is almost useless beyond 500 meters unless you hit planes or other SPAAGs or other lightly armored vehicles. You cannot choose a belt full of only AP shells. You have 3 belts total to choose between, but they merely switch between 2 HE and 1 AP, 2 AP and 1 HE, or the default belt which just switches between AP and HE. Base turret rotation for the turret once baited is 31 degrees a second. With a gunner up to 5 in skills is 36 degrees a second, and if you throw 140k civil lines after it to get it up to expert, which I suggest you do, the turret rotation is close to 42 degrees a second. And if you ace it, it comes up to a maximum of 45 degrees a second. Truck. The truck itself is rather odd looking. It mostly reminds me about construction equipment with a gun mounted. Top speed is excellent with 89 km an hour, and you have a 3-man crew, driver, a lazy looking commander, and the gunner. The thing has large radius wheels, and that adds to the height of the dump truck. A benefit here is that you can easily get over rocks etc. without getting stuck on them. The engine has 124 horsepower. That might sound low, but its torque is very impressive, and you can climb up hills that other wheeled vehicles are not able to. And some of the cons. Driver's compartment. The biggest con on this abomination is how obstructive the driver's compartment is. In a 360-degree circle, the compartment probably takes up 60 degrees or more. That means that the gun has a huge blind spot where you cannot shoot horizontally and only aim from around 70 degrees upwards. It may not sound bad, but once you start using a vehicle and track either a plane or ground vehicle, it becomes very annoying. You constantly have to remind yourself where the driver's compartment is located in order not to hit it with the gun and force the barrel upwards. Armor. So armor-wise, there is nothing but 4mm all around the vehicle. There is some bulletproof glass protecting the driver though. The glass has a thickness of 60mm, which equals to about 16mm of effective armor. But who cares, since if somebody throws toilet paper at you, you're going to get destroyed anyhow. Crew. On top of the lack of armor, 2/3 of the crew are exposed to sun, rain, snow, bullets, shrapnel and overpressure. Take your pick, everything will kill the crew eventually. No doubt that something was needed for the British tech tree when it comes to anti-aircraft vehicles for battle rating 4.3 and up. I do think this tractor can do the job okay. It is very effective in its primary role as SPAAG, but not nearly as successful in the secondary role as the Italian R3 using the same gun. The crew is very exposed, the vehicle is very tall, so it's difficult to hide. It being wheeled also means there are performance issues in sand, snow, mud and water compared to track vehicles. The vehicle being tall has its pros and cons as well. In some cases you can shoot over rocks, etc. that other vehicles are not able to. You have to be careful how you place yourself if you want to use the gun on uneven terrain against ground vehicles though. The gun is mounted so high on the chassis that although the stat sheet says it has -7 degrees of gun depression, I just don't see it. To me it seems more like -2 degrees. I often found myself having to maneuver the vehicle around to be able to depress the gun enough to use it against other ground vehicles. And you shifting around like that can give you unwanted attention and end up getting you destroyed. Then there is the issue with the turning circle. It's pretty awful. In open terrain it does not matter so much, but since a lot of the maps are urban it gets annoying very quickly. You have a much larger turn radius than you would initially think, and it's something you always have to keep in mind when using the vehicle on urban maps. So zipping around the maps like you can with the R3 is not possible with a monster truck. You can get up to good speeds with it, but its acceleration is slow, its turn radius is huge and is very tall, and not stealthy like the R3. They do share the same gun, but that is about it. The contraption is great if you can sit still and hide the vehicle using it as an SPAAG. Of course you can use the fast firing gun to destroy vehicles with, but I would definitely not use it in that road primarily like you can with the R3. If you like this video and the content on my channel in general, please do me a solid and like, subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching, and until next time, remember to deploy the die brakes. Have a good one.